hit stop on that. All right, I'm going to go back and share.
That's right, buddy. That's right.
Okay. All right. So you texted me. Let's see what we've got here. Let's go to my messages. And JP, here's an image. Okay, yeah, that's beautiful. It looks like it's pretty close to a square. So what I'm gonna, so the first thing I would do, when I'm formatting an image, again, paying attention to that aspect ratio,
Yep.
1:1, 16 by 9. Those are usually the most common. 16 by 9 is like movie type.
Yep.
By 1 is a square. Sometimes it gives specific like pixels, like 1920 by 1080. Those are all things that you want to, as you create stuff when you're doing a Canva. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this, and I should have the ability to open. If I open this, it should open it in, yeah. So it opens it in Preview, which is an Apple. It's a basic
Yeah.
preview and basic editing program inside of at Mac. So it's, so what I want to do is take a look at this. It's almost a square, but it's not quite a square. So what I want to do is first, well, I'll be able to save it here in just a second. But what I want to do is go up here to where it says Tools. Well,
Up.
actually,
Oh,
so when I go to select, so for instance, I can select a portion of this
yeah.
to see to crop it. If I hold the shift, I believe it's shift, when I hold shift, it conforms it to a square.
Okay.
You see that?
Yep.
So I'm going to go up here to this top corner, and then while holding shift again, I'm going to start moving this corner down. Whoops. Hang on, let me just make this bigger so that I can see it. Okay. Whoa, not that big. Okay, I see what I've done. All right. So what I want to do is go to the bottom of this image. So that's the square. Okay, so I've got my square. Now I'm just going to move it, making sure that I kind of get right there. Maybe probably that. Because we probably want that part of the shofar, right?
Yeah.
Or do we want it more like that? What do you think? Center it or
I don't know.
well, to conform this to a square, we have to kind of frame what part we want visual. So that's what would, so probably that, I guess, but I have to make this a square in order for it to import properly into Go High Level. So we'll go with this, and I bring my tools back up here, bring that down so it's out of my way. And then under tools, I want to select crop. So it's going
Yep.
to crop it to my selection. So now that's done. Now I can save this. And let's see, if I go here, I got to find a place to save it. Worship mentors. Do I create one for shofar? Okay. Then I'm going to create a folder for communities. I try to organize all my files so that I can use them later. Community, or let's say actually group. We'll do group and images. Okay. All right. And yeah, 38, everything looks great. Shofar in velvet. That's great. All right. And I'm also going to indicate that this is a square. Save that. Now when I go to here, now we might have to go over to you because I don't think I have.
I wonder if I can add you quick.
Yeah. So see if you can add me because I can join the group, but see if you can add me as an owner or as an admin to the
Okay.
group.
Okay, courses, products, just loading. Oh, I might have gone to the wrong spot. Was it? I went to memberships.
Memberships, communities, groups, I believe is.
Oh, right. I went to courses and products. There we go.
Yeah. Right.
It's close. Okay, here we go. I'll log in. Okay, invite members.
Yeah, if you log in, you can, you can invite members, but there should be, let me see what I've got on something that I actually do own.
It's just Clay Collins Music, right?
It is, but that would add me as a member, but I need to actually get,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if it can. See.
Which is odd that like
Okay, so hang on. Branding, themes, details. So group name, URL, description, public, private, allow members to invite new members. We actually don't necessarily want that. We don't want that. So we have to make sure that, okay. Okay, hang on. Group name, URL, description, public, accessible from switcher. Yeah, allow okay. Subscriptions, newsletter, branding, themes, membership questions, qualifications and rewards, links, inquiry, discovery. So how do I make someone else a... I don't think it doesn't look like I can do it from within the, well, let's see. If I have control, let me look at Beth here, for instance. Okay, got it. Okay, if you add me as a member,
okay.
So do you know how to add me as a member? Or I guess, or you can invite me, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your email is just Clay Collins Music?
ClayCollinsMusic@gmail.com. Yeah.
Oh, here it actually gives me a toggle, give administrative privilege.
Yes, there you go. That's
it.
what, yep. Perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna send this invite. Invitation sent successfully.
Okay, let me go to my email. Hopefully this will... Okay. Okay, I see this one. Okay, and accept. Okay, that should do it. So let's take a look.
And it doesn't look like James has like.
Have you invited him? Because you can look. If, for instance, if I go over to Shofar Mastery, let me refresh this, see if it updates my status. Okay, now that I am administrative, now I have the settings box.
Yep.
That's really good. Okay, so now under members, you see members up at the top. We can see who the members are. Right now, it's just me and you are members. So we'd have to invite James to get him.
See, even my picture, I don't know, like I have James's. I'll have to put my picture in there.
Yeah, that's weird. What? It looks like you changed it on your
I
profile.
thought it was, I thought I was adding this picture to, I don't know, something else.
No,
maybe.
you added James' picture to your profile.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I have administrative, now I have the settings option.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into here real quick and just take a look at some things. Under defaults, this is the name, this is the URL, this is the description. We could probably, maybe just that if need to be. This is a private group, and this is important. You've got it as a private group, which means that even though this is no cost in this community, it's private. You can only get in by invitation. So the only way to get a private invitation is to purchase the course, which gives you the automation gets access to this community, and that's done through the offer stage. So
Is that right then?
yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So, back a little while ago, you inquired about, well, do we set the community as free? Yes, because the community,
Yeah.
you can sell the community separately, but that's not the way the DPA recommends doing it. They recommend doing it, which I agree. You privatize the community so that you can only get approved.
Mhm.
Well, you build that into the funnel stage where once they purchase the product, then it automatically makes them available to this community.
Okay, good. It came up as public originally, like probably
Yeah,
as
you
a
don't want it to be
default,
public because
and I
then anybody
changed
could
it
join
to,
it. Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then this other thing, accessible from Switcher, we do want that. That way, if they have multiple communities, they'll be able to switch between them.
Okay.
Allow members to invite new members? No. We don't want that because then members could invite other members without having them pay.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
All right. So we save that. That's good.
Yep.
Then we go down to this next thing, subscription. It's free because we're not charging for this community through the community. We're charging it as a part of a greater offer, which includes courses.
Okay.
And then newsletter, I haven't looked into this, but that would be something to look into. But that would be part of like, I might want to look into that because, but anyway, branding. This is where those pictures that appear on the, on the community itself and on that main page. So this is that image, that one-to-one image that we saw before. So we're going to go to that image that I just created.
Yeah.
Images.
By the way, oh yeah, if you can try, I had tried to add it before as well in between things. So I want to see if you can re-add it what you had. I wanted to see what it would show up as.
So that brings that. Okay, so that's good. Now, the next thing that we need is what is this? This is this is a favicon. That I got it wrong. That's actually incorrect. I need to remove that. How do I do that? Favicon is different. Oops. How do I go back? I need to erase this. Go back or get out. Okay. Okay, delete. So the favicon, I wasn't paying attention. The favicon is the little icon that appears in that little thing, and it gives you a default one. That's the one-to-one. That's usually it's a square, but I usually do circular favicons because that's usually how favicons are the things that appear on, like when you go to a URL and before like Amazon.com, it has the little Amazon bug logo. That's a favicon. That's what it looks like, favicon. So we're going to skip that for now. We'll use the default. The cover image, which is the one I was looking at before, this one, it actually says it needs to be 16 by 9. So I'm going to go back to your image and reopen that I'm going to reopen this in preview. So now we're back to our original image. It doesn't need to be square. It needs to be 16 by 9. And I'm trying to remember which one is it? Okay. How do we define?
So would the whole thing just work?
Huh? Well, no, it's still not quite 16 by 9. So I have to remember which. Let me do a quick search here. Okay. Select the rectangular selection tool from the markup and then press and hold the shift key to constrain the selection to a square. You can then manually resize and position the selection to the size. How do you do that? Press Command K to crop the image to Command K. Wait. Shift key to constrain the selection to a square aspect ratio. You can then manually size and position the selection to the what? That doesn't make sense. Manually size. Okay, I see. I got it. All right. So we're going to do this a slightly different way. I can't select it, but in this preview window here, we're going to go Tools, Resize, Adjust Size.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's a 3x4, and so what we're gonna do, I see what we're gonna do. We're gonna 1920 by. How are we gonna do this? Adjust size, tools. I might have to use a different tool, which is frustrating. Hide inspector show my. So working with images can be a real pain, just so you know. Because I need to be able to adjust the canvas, not the size. I need to be able to. I thought that there was a way to crop. Holding the shift crops it to a square, but I need to crop it to 6. Oh, wait, there it is. No, that's not it. What is it?
Oh yeah, there's the measurement on the bottom right of what it is.
What's that?
What's the size that you need?
On the bottom right, what is it? What is it?
Oh, when you're pulling it in and out, there's numbers that appear that are changing on the
Yeah,
bottom right.
right. It's not so much the measurements, it's the ratio. Right now, it's cropping everything to a square. I need to crop it to a 16 by 9, which I thought you could do. So I'm going to have to go a slightly longer route. And what I'm going to do is copy this. The other way to do this, it's kind of a workaround, but to simply to quickly get this is to go to Keynote. Keynote is like Apple's presentation software.
Oh yeah.
But it's easy enough to use, and it's a little easier to use than Photoshop. And let's see. Okay, so we're just going to click New. I'm going to do a black. So by default, this is the 16 by 9 ratio. Okay, so I'm just going to double click in there to open this up. Erase this, erase that, and erase this. So this is 16 by 9. You see the width of it? That's 16 by 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to paste in the image that we just got from you.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to just widen it to where the edges line up.
Can you slide it up a little bit too?
Well, yeah.
Next.
I'm just matching the edges right now, so that okay. So now we're going to just put it center. So that's centered. Do you think we should raise it up a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay, we'll raise it up to there. How about that?
Looks great.
Okay, so now it's conformed to 16 by 9. I'm going to go ahead and save this presentation just in case I ever want to add, because, honestly, using Keynote is an easy way to crop images without having to go to a lot of, and you should have Keynote on yours. I'm going to call this just Show Far Images. This is the Keynote thing, Keynote Images. And I'm just using Keynote as the staging. So I saved the Keynote, but now I need to export this as an image. So I'm going to go File, Export to Images. Okay. And we're just going to right now we only have one slide. So I'm just going to do the one slide 1-to-1. We'll go ahead and say probably JPEG in this case, higher quality. We'll do that and save that. And it's going to prompt us to where we want it to go, same folder. And we're going to call this Shofar. Low key, that just tells me it's a low key image of a shofar. Okay. All right. So now we'll keep Keynote open, but I'm going to go over to here. Now I've got my cover image and I can select the one that I just created, Shofar low key, and there it is. And then that loads up. Now we have the cover image done. And then the logo is also a 1-to-1. We don't have a logo yet, so we'll default that.
Okay.
All right. So now we have our cover image done.
The logo, would we use a Worship Mentors logo?
Yes. Unless yes. Yes.
Just to,
All Worship Mentors projects would have that. It's a Worship Mentors project. Yep.
right.
Worship Mentors product. Yeah. Okay. So now that we've got out of here, I'm going to come out of this back into where we were. And so now we see that the image hasn't been updated, but if I refresh, now we'll see the cover should then show up. And there it is.
Cool.
Looks great. Perfect.
Looks great.
So this would be the logo, and the favicon would appear when you go to so favicon let me just show you what a favicon is.
Can you put your Clay Collins one in for now?
I could, sure. Yeah, yeah. So just to give you an idea of what favicon is, the same. Okay, that right there. You see it on where it says Amazon?
Yep.
And you see that thing to the left? That little image, that little A at the top, where at the very top?
Yeah.
That little tiny little icon, that's a favicon, which is a smaller version of the logo.
Right.
So whenever you look at a favicon, so favicon is a specific dimension, and all you need to know is it's square. So you could actually use the same logo file for the favicon as you would for a logo. So yes, to answer your question, hopefully I've got that. I think I do. Let me go into here, log in, go to settings, and we can go ahead for now. And this is, this is one of the things that we can add to our checklist. So it's one of those details where we create Worship Mentors favicons and a logo.
Right. We should also put that on our list for things to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's not crucial because we're not really worried about branding at this stage, but it's definitely something that we want to kind of squeeze in.
Yeah.
Membership questions. Wait a minute. Where are my, branding. There we go. So yeah, let me see if I can find I'll have to search for it because I can't remember where I put it. Bug. See if I can search for it. Where's my bug? Huh. Okay, my voice mentor. MVM bug. Where are you? I think it's on this hard drive. Let me just search through it. Clay Collins music, covers, divine cover, MVM. Logos, MVM blue logo bug. Nope, that's the logo. Nope. Let's go back over here. Worship Mentors. Logos. Blue logo PNG. That's the one. Okay, perfect. We'll use that. All right. And then we'll do this one. Same thing. Blue logo PNG. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so that gets that. All right, we get out of there, and then again come out of there and refresh. And that updates the bug, or that updates the logo here. But also when we log into the community, if you look at the top right, we have, oh yeah, it is. You see, wait, it's hard to see, but it is right there. It's hard to see because it's blue.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I might, for the favicon, here's what I'll do. For the favicon, I won't do the blue one. Maybe I have a white one. I'll see. If I don't, the blue will be fine. But I think that's why I had a white one and a blue one. Branding, favicon. Let's see if I have a white one. thought I did. Let's go to My Voice Mentor. Maybe it's in that one. Logos. CC White. Okay, that's that one. All right, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
And all right. Okay. Save. So the logo is blue, but so that I guess would be the one thing is that favicons actually work better when they're white, and or at least a high contrast. That blue was getting kind of lost. So if I go in here, so now we see the white favicon up there in the top left.
Right.
Just I mean, it's such a small detail, but there it is. All right.
I've seen apps where you can go in and say, hey, what's your title, your business name or whatever, and it'll give you like 100.
Give you some. Sure. Yeah, and the thing is, and this is what I would say is I am all for that. We don't need to design anything. We just need to find something that's cool and looks good because we're not in the branding business. We're not trying to build a brand. We're creating products that are clear. So it's mainly just kind of like, okay, this is something that kind of represents us, that gives us some consistency, but we just certainly don't want to worry about branding because we're not Coca-Cola. We're not going to invest $2 million a week on branding, So, all right, cool. So that's done. Now, inside of here in the learning tab,
hey, never say never.
Right. Well, it's true.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's true. All right, so I can see that we have the course in here. Now, interestingly enough, I wonder why
that was just a rough thing. Again, that was just something I started creating in Canva. We're going to have to obviously change this because we're going to change. We don't know
why is it encased in a white? Why is there white on the bound? It's kind of interesting. It's weird how I guess we'll look at that. But so this
I don't know. That wasn't in my Canva picture.
It's weird. Yeah, but it's in there, so it's cool. We've got it. So you have your course in here. So right now it's just the one course, but it also sounds to me, again, another thing to think about here is it sounds like you have two different communities. Yes. There's going to be two different communities, right?
Right. So this right here is the mastery course because I have every single lesson.
Right.
And that's when I need James to figure out, hey, these to let me know what are going to be part of the basic or foundations course.
Right.
And I know you said we could clone the courses, but I didn't
clone it. So basically I would recommend cloning it and then just deleting the lessons and then doing it that way. But I would at least organize all your lessons from beginning to mastery in one course initially, so that
that's what I've done.
Yeah. So that would be, and so you've done that. Then it's just a matter of, okay, where are we breaking off from foundations to mastery?
Right.
So we're basically looking at two offers, right?
Right. Okay. So again, two communities. So I'm going to have to create a whole other community around the foundations course.
You could clone this community and then just rename it, add a different title to it. One's just going to be Shofar Mastery. One's going to be Shofar Foundations. And so that if they purchase Mastery, obviously they're going to get both. Or does he want it to be progressive? Like you have to first buy this and then you add, or does he want to be able to offer it up front? Like, hey, you can
up front.
Okay. But they can add it later, right? They can add Mastery later.
Yeah, they can add Mastery later, and they can add Zoom lessons, like the live weekly Zoom lessons or whatever.
Okay.
That's kind of the upsell, which I've created videos to shoot for tomorrow. A couple options.
What we might want to do is think about that to where we can add posts inside of the community to this. Say, hey, would you like to add coaching? So basically over here, you have announcements, and you have what are called channels.
Yep.
And you can create channels down here by adding a channel. And so, like, to give you an idea of what that looks like, I don't think I have My Voice Mentor over here. I'd have to get out. But let me go over to My Voice Mentor to show you the channels that I created for that. Okay, Google, Clay Collins. All right. So when I log into my community here, and I go into my voice
Oh, I
mentor.
see.
So look at all these channels I created, and you just create them. You add account. So for instance, important info. This would be any post that would be like just these are the most important things to know. But you could also create a post that says, "Hey, would you like to add live coaching? Add live." So like any important announcement. We have introductions. This is where people go and introduce themselves, and people invite them and welcome them. Q&A. This is where people can post their questions and answers.
Right.
Coaching calls. This is where I post all my replays
Oh yeah.
for coaching calls. Action plans. These are things that people are like letting, they like, here's what I'm going to do this week so that the community can, getting people involved in this is tricky, but that's what that's for. Projects. These are things that people are working on. Just kind of share with the group like, hey, and then success stories. This is where people like, hey, I'm going to be playing at an event or, that kind of thing. And then announcements is at the bottom. And this is just any public, like if hey, we're canceling a thing. I actually should probably put this at the top. Actually, maybe just below. Yeah. So you can move your channels around. You can create new channels by clicking the plus. And this just works just like social media. It's every channel or category you can post within that.
Right.
Just like you would on social media. So all of this is just like a mini version of Facebook. And, you can post events here. Leaderboards, this is where, they kind of gamify people's involvement. So if somebody likes your post, you get points, and you can kind of gamify that and give people benefits or access to things. And then you have your members, and all members can see all other members. Like these are all the members of My Voice Mentor.
Mm-hmm.
We have quite a lot of members. Wow. And then, of course, the basic information.
Hey, go back to the last one. It had a requested one.
Oh, somebody
At the very, very
requested.
top, kind of in the center. There. What's that?
Oh, Angela Martin. Yeah. So that was 7. Okay, Supernatural Life. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know how they got access. I never saw that before. Probably ought to follow up with her. I don't know how I don't know if somebody invited her, but I think I know who Angela Martin is. She looks, I think. Anyway,
Familiar?
I don't know. I have to look into that. But oh well, I'll have to look into that.
So she's
I-
requested access to the group?
Apparently, and I don't know if somebody invited her or like I don't know if this was that's where I have to. So under settings, I see allow members to invite new members. I need to turn that off. I didn't realize I didn't see that until today because I don't want members to be able to invite other members.
Right. That's what you're telling me about.
Yeah. So because anybody can get invited to a group. They don't have to go through the funnel. Like if I
Right.
approve somebody to be a part of the funnel or be part of the group, they just have to get approved. So
Yeah.
in other words, like
You
with
know-
her, I would
you know
have to
what-
go in here and say, I would have to say,
Actually, when that comes
Cool.
in. So when I was talking to Elk City to Randy, she was talking about having Haley, like if Haley was involved in coaching, she's obviously having a baby in January.
Yeah.
And there's other leaders that she would want involved in that community.
Yeah.
So that's where you'd make like for the coaching, we probably want like that to be accessible for at least for the anyway. I was going to say even the $5,000 offer, that's where the 1,000 was for an individual, but the 5,000 was for
and this is
a
where
leadership team.
and something like that. That's where we create an automation that would give them a predefined and tag them. So like these are people that are part of this. Like we'd have to create tags that let us know that this isn't an individual that's paying. This is someone who gets access because their organization,
Right.
and that it would expire, and they'd have to, so we have to figure that out. But yes, getting people a part of the community is relatively straightforward. And one of the ways is manually, like I can manually invite somebody to the thing, but then we have to manage that and keep track of it. Uh,
Yep.
but when you use an automation will add tags to that person so that you can go in and go, okay, who are the people that are part of an organization? Hey, Thrive just dropped off and they're no longer, so we need to take all those people and remove them. Like so, for instance, yeah. So, but I guess I need to kind of follow up on that and figure out that.
Did Thrive drop out? Or,
No,
or
no, 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 no. That was just an
that was
example.
an example. Okay, good.
Yeah. So, okay. So that we're in good shape on at least for now on the course side of you got the course access. The next thing I'd say that you probably want to do is, I guess we can do this now, is go ahead and invite James. Do you want to do that?
I actually just did that.
Okay.
I did it literally while you were working on something else.
Okay.
I put in his email address and it sent him an
So we
invite.
should
I don't know if
see.
it shows up as sent.
So we have contributors requested, and what else do we have over here? Band invited. I see you've
Oh,
invited him. You've invited him twice.
right. So I did invite him on Monday.
You
I
invited him
just,
on Monday, and you invited him 21 minutes ago.
oh,
So,
1 day ago. So maybe it wasn't Monday.
you
Oh,
know,
today, yeah, today's Wednesday.
yeah. So it's probably like. So you did invite him. So he just needs to respond to that email.
Okay.
Yep. So that's good. So
And
now that, huh?
and yeah, somehow I thought that again, I'll have it on my notes. I can do that after is change my picture. I
Mhm.
thought I was adding,
Yeah, yeah. You were updating your profile.
yeah,
You weren't creating one. You need to create a profile for him.
right.
Which, when he gets invited to the community, it'll automatically add him as a contact inside of Go High Level.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
All right. So now let's go over here to sites. Is this it? The James Code
Yep,
Workshop. Um,
that's it.
okay. All right. So we have our first step. So we can take a look at this and make our lists on the funnel. I'm going to go over here to whoops.
James and I sat down 2 weeks ago when I was in the studio with him, and we like there's a lot of stuff he wanted to change. And actually, at first I was like, oh, seriously? But then after a while, I was like, okay, I think this is actually going to be better. He was wanting it to make it more general for like take out a lot of the prophetic stuff. It had a lot about become a prophetic
Yeah,
co-
yeah. Right.
and 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 I thought that was good. So I literally changed a third of the website or half of it.
Gotcha.
It's come a long, long way.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so I created just a card that says funnel inside of Trello. Again, this just helps me to
Yep.
just make a list of what. All right. So the first thing,
Do you want to put shofar funnel specific?
well, at the top it
Oh,
says shofar course.
oh, I got it, got it, got
Yep.
it.
Okay. So
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 I
what are
put
these? What are these two things here?
those two videos.
Are these videos?
Yeah. So those videos, the first one is actually an explanation. It's like a minute long or however long him talking about the course. So his, what do you call that? Um,
All right. We're gonna take it. We're just gonna go down. We're gonna go down the thing. Um, I would like to tighten this a little bit, but we'll look at that here. Okay.
okay.
So, one thing, I don't like that it automatically plays. I know that that's a common thing inside of
Right.
Go High Level, but I don't like that because by law, if something automatically plays, it's muted. So which means then it's playing, and in order to hear it, you have to unmute it, which means you lost the first part of the video. So
Right.
first thing I'm going to do is go over here, and I'm going to.
I specifically put it on that setting. I remember when it asked me about it.
I want autoplay off,
Okay.
and I do want to allow play pause because
Yeah.
show pending time, show full screen toggle. Yeah, I want to be able to do that. Enable PNP mode on scroll. Don't know what that means. Actually, let's try that.
Where's play pause? Where's the toggle for that?
There is no toggle because if it's not playing by default, you don't you have to have play pause because they have to be able to play. Sometimes when you create a funnel, I'm sure you've run into this. If it's sometimes they have these webinar style funnels where in order to get the deal, you have to sit and watch it and you can't hit pause, you can't hit play.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So we're obviously not doing that here.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure, because the other thing is, like, due to browser restrictions, autoplayed video will be muted by default. See that? So it's going to be muted, which means they have to unmute it. I don't want them to unmute. I want them to be able to say, hit play and watch it. So I want to publish that change. And let's see what it does. Okay, select a domain. Okay, we can't publish it. Let's just save it instead. We haven't attached a domain.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know what to add to it. I didn't know what.
It's going to be part of Worship Mentors. So, okay. So now when we see it, now we have a play button.
Hey, would the domain simply be worshipmentors.com/shofar?
Well, everything after the slash isn't domain. The domain is the .com, and everything after that is what's called a slug. It's the and so whenever you create a step or any part of or anything, that's going to be after. So the domain is just the main thing. Okay. Okay.
And that needs to be updated.
Right. Okay.
Discovery.
Yeah. Okay. So we hit play, and it should play with sound.
Hi, friend. You felt the pull to the shofar, but something in you knows this isn't.
I'm curious about that. Why is there 5 seconds of silence there? That's weird.
Hi, friend.
Do you still have this in Descript?
Yep.
It looks like you have a 5-second silence. I think we need to fix that.
Okay.
It's like it doesn't start until about 5 seconds in, which I think when you created a scene, it created it's 5 seconds of silence.
Hi, friend. You felt the pull to the shofar, but something in you knows this isn't just an ancient instrument. This is a weapon of worship, a prophetic call, a sound that breaks the atmosphere. But how do you go from just blowing into a horn to releasing the kind of sound that heaven recognizes? I'm James Kanabi from Trumpet of Glory Ministries. Over the years, I have seen it over and over again. People are handed a shofar with great enthusiasm, but no training, no clarity, no preparation. They want to sound the shofar in worship, in warfare, at gatherings, churches, and conferences, but without the right foundation, they're left wondering, am I doing this right? Is this even spiritual? I created the Shofar Workshop to answer those questions and to help you step confidently into your calling as a shofar sounder with purpose. Because the shofar isn't just a symbol, it's a call to awakening, a voice of victory, and a tool for transformation, but only if it's used with wisdom, reverence, and spiritual alignment. Inside this self-paced workshop series, you will receive everything you need to go from uncertain to anointed in your shofar journey. You'll learn how to develop your embouchure, articulation, and slurring, how to structure powerful spirit-led practice sessions, how to prepare your heart for public ministry, how to flow with the Holy Spirit on the platform, and how to release a sound that is more than musical, it's prophetic. This isn't just technique, this is training for transformation. You will also get principal resources, bonus practice routines, and spiritual insight that you won't find in any typical music lesson. If you know God has called you to use the shofar, or if you felt stirred but stuck, this is your next step. Click the button below to join the Shofar workshop today. Step into your calling, refine your sound, and prepare to release heaven with every blast. Let's sound the call together.
It's great. Okay, so I'd say that's good. Even with the little 5-second pause, it's good. I'd say, you know, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I edited this specifically different than the courses, just because it was the video for the top of the funnel. I edited it extra tight
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
James leaves so many pauses. as-
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to lose momentum. I want people to get through the video. I hope
Yeah,
it's not too tight, is what I'm
No,
saying.
it's fine. So I'd say, like, from an editing standpoint,
Yep.
it would be really, really great to possibly add an underscore and add texts on key things that he's saying. Like when he's listing off the things of what you're going to get, that would be good to see that text pop up. Now, so this little symbol up here, turn on sound.
Underscore.
What's that?
What do you mean by an underscore?
Music.
Oh, I see.
Like music in the background.
Okay.
And because we're not doing the autoplay thing.
Yep.
Okay, let me go out of here. Because we're not doing the autoplay, I'm almost, so this little turn your sound on thing is good when it's on autoplay, but I don't necessarily need that, so I'm going to delete it. You don't need that, so we're going to take that out. And then, okay, what happens here? Join today. Where does that take them? Or where should it take them?
I mean, that should take them to, I want to say a checkout page or something that gives you a page that gives you the price options.
Okay.
But we don't have anything built past this page. I don't have any.
Well, do we have the pricing options down here?
Yep.
So it could go to this page down to choose your option.
Yeah. So it would just automatically take them to that part of the.
So we have foundations beginner $59 a month or $41.31 with an add-on. Huh? What does that mean? $41.30 a month with add-on Zoom lessons. So $59 includes video lessons and $41.30 doesn't? I don't understand that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I see the way you're processing that. That's not what it meant. It meant that's what you pay if you add, you get a discount if you add Zoom lessons, like weeklies. So if you paid the $99,
it says 59.
Can you share your screen?
Oh, am I not sharing my screen? Is my screen not sharing? I thought it was. This whole time it wasn't sharing?
It was, but right now I have you. I don't know. I don't have the funnel.
Has it been up? Because I thought I was sharing my screen this whole time. Was it not sharing?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So
I don't know.
Right here, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So if you add, so you see it has the three, so it has the foundations on the left,
We
mastery.
have foundations, mastery, and add-on weekly lessons.
Right. So see
Oh,
underneath add-on weekly lessons, it says $99 per month, but will activate 30% discount course price.
okay. So I would say this pricing is very confusing. So is there a monthly cost to get the lessons? Because I would say, like, my general thinking is that we should do a one-off charge to sell
Right.
the course, the videos, and then the subscription part of it would be for Zoom lessons. I think that's simple to offer two separate subscription prices. You know, like here's the cost of this course. Here's the DIY option if you'd like to add Zoom lessons.
Right. So what you're saying is because it says it on the right-hand side, that's at checkout, we almost don't need to communicate that because that's where it creates the confusion.
Well, there's a lot of pricing text here. It should be very like
it is just the foundations is $59 per month. So we can take out
so foundations is $59 a month.
Yep.
And that includes Zoom lessons?
Nope. That's the
Okay,
course.
so that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't charge $60 a month for them to access videos. If anything, it should be one price for video to buy the videos, like because that's a lot to you know to say you're going to pay $60 a month just to be able to have access to these videos. I would
Right.
say a one-time cost to purchase the videos, and then you can add on a subscription to that, which could lower the like. So this is kind of what I've been wrestling with
Oh, I see what you're saying.
my
As
voice
opposed
mentors.
to-
Like, yeah, give me. Let me run to the restroom real quick, and then I'll break this down, and we can kind of because this is important to kind of because this is going to apply to all of our funnels. So
Oh yeah.
let me be right
Absolutely.
back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. So one of the things that I like because this is an example of where the technology is not hard. Trying to wrap what we want and make it simple. This is more of a communication thing, and this is why it's good to be work processing this together. Because once we get this ironed out, it's
Yeah.
going to basically be cut and paste for every future funnel. But my current mindset, and I'm open to pushback, is we have a one-time cost for courses because
Right.
once they purchase the course, they're not engaging us directly. They just buy the course and we get it and we sell it to them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like if the course is whatever we say, $67 seems to be around a good round number, 79, whatever the course cost, that gets them access to the videos only, not the community. So the community is where they get access to coaching and community and other people. That's the membership, right? So we think memberships think community, which includes courses, but it also includes being part of a community, connecting with other people, and the weekly coaching calls and direct access, or at least group access to James.
Right.
So one of the things that I've been toying with, and like, let me see what your thoughts are on this. Whatever we decide that one-off course, like to purchase the foundations is going to be $99 or $79. Let's just say $79 arbitrarily. We can adjust that.
Yeah. And I just so you know, I think James thinks that he wants to sell them for more because there isn't anything like this, I guess.
Right. And you know what? If he wants to charge, so we need to so
We can
that
talk to him about it
cost,
Friday.
that cost is like that's up to James and
Yep.
and you and me, and we can figure out again if people are willing to pay it. Great. Let's say it's $199 for foundations. Okay.
Yep.
So here is the only upsell to that. It's real simple. The only upsell, and this is where I want to make, this is what I want to do on, but I mean, let's see if this is good thinking. The only upsell is, hey, if you would like to add, you've purchased the course. If you would like to add coaching to that, you can add coaching at a 20% discount, and you don't pay anything for the first month. In other words, you pay what you are already willing to pay, which gets you 30 days access to the course. And then the following month, you will pay X amount for the coaching. To me, that's a fantastic upsell because it's kind of like, oh, I can add coaching and I don't add anything to my cost today and I get access to the coach. So I'm paying the same amount today. And of course, they can cancel coaching. Like you can say, hey, you decide after 30 days you don't want coaching, you own the course. But it allows them to opt in to add coaching free for 30 days, but if they continue, it'll be at X price.
Right.
I feel like that's clear and that's a great way. So in other words, we
And
can,
and even if it was 199, that I mean that's 3 months worth, almost 3.5 months worth of the $59 a month.
exactly. And so
Cost
that's,
wise.
so that, right, exactly. So, and what I would say is these are all monthly. Let's take a look here. We got foundations, mastery, add-on weekly lessons. Okay. So what I'm almost thinking is that the subscription is separate from the course. Like we're selling the course.
Yep. Oh, and that's actually one thing that James and I did talk about. Now that I forgot about that I haven't done. We talked about just having two columns, one for foundations, one for mastery, and then almost having underneath it add-on Zoom lessons as a separate bar.
Well,
So that,
yeah.
but
So yeah. So what I would say is, it would be one column.
Yeah.
Because so foundations would be those courses. What's this next one here? So there's only really two options.
Yeah, it's two options plus
Two options. So what we do is we take this third option out.
Yep.
Like follow me through. Like the two options on the funnel are you can purchase this course or you can purchase mastery, which includes all the foundation as well as the advanced.
Right.
Right.
So it's
Okay. So wait a second. Hang on. Wait a minute.
so if we took it out, we could add it just as a when they check out.
Mhm.
That's when we
That's
have
right.
the upsell video play.
When they go to check out, it's so the next stage would go to the upsell page,
Right.
which would be another video saying, "Hey, man, I'm so glad you're taking your next step. This is an incredible step. Hey, I want to talk to you about one thing that is a crucial step." And in that step, that's where we talk about the weekly coaching.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I like it.
because you clicked on this, you have an option now to add. You can add coaching and you get free for 30 days. And after that, you get a 20% discount from our normal coaching cost, so whatever that stack is. And that way they can't go to the next step until they're at least given the opportunity to add coaching.
Right. So then we take it out completely off the funnel.
Take it off the funnel. It's added as an information as, so, and these would, and I would say here, like for instance, I wouldn't put beginner here. I would just put foundations, and then you can say full access to beginner. You've got beginner written right there.
Okay. Right.
So, in mastery, same thing. I think people understand the concept.
Yeah.
Foundations, mastery,
and then take out the thing underneath too. The 59.
Yeah. Right. So we look down here, and the next thing I try to do is try to make.
Sorry, can you take out the add-on $41? Sorry, at the top, right underneath the price. So there's foundations.
Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, and this is what I would say is, we're going to put some question marks. Foundations course costs that one time.
Yep.
Mastery costs one time.
Yep.
So we figure out the one-time cost. See how nice and simple that is?
Yeah.
Okay. And over here, we'll deal with that later, but we have basically two things, mastery and foundation. Now, when they buy the mastery, is it including all of the foundation courses as well as the mastery?
Yep.
Because we'll have to figure out down the road, we'll have to figure out how those who only got foundations, okay, now I want to buy mastery. How do I do that? So that could be done through email. It could be done through a separate funnel. Like, hey, you want to add this on? Hey, we're having a special this week. You can add this on and whatever. But we need to figure out how to funnel people into that, because if we dead end them, it's like, oh, I want mastery now, but now I have to go buy the whole thing, which I already got the first half. Don't I get a discount off? Right?
Yeah.
So we have to figure that out. But so the next thing that I would look at is this for a bullet point is too long. So I want to try to figure. I love my bullet points when they're nice and clean and they only take up a line.
You should have seen it. You should have seen it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sure. So
This is probably half or less than half of what I had.
yeah, right. So I'm going to put, because you had these kind of indented, learn biblical roots.
Yep.
Biblical roots, basic techniques, and spiritual. So that's a cleaner look already.
Yep.
Step-by-step guidance to sound your first bless. Okay, I would just say step-by-step guidance.
Yeah.
Community support. Foundations plan. Okay, foundations plan, modules 1 through 4. What is the shofar? That might be too detailed. I would put that more in the description of the funnel. I'd put this other
Yeah.
ways. But I would say foundations plan, foundations course. Let's see. I would take all that out.
Or what if you just took out modules 1 through 4? I don't like modules 1 through 4. Actually saying that, because
Yeah,
that's going to change
so,
anyway.
right, exactly. So we do that. Foundations course. Foundations course. And those are the individual lessons. That's fine. We'll keep that in. Okay, now,
And then
okay, add live lessons to your foundations. Okay, so here's what, okay, option. Hang on a second. So we go here. Shift tab will take it back there. Option to add live coaching at checkout. Oh no, option to add live coaching. Okay, so so then we can take this bit out.
Yep. And even the money bundle monthly, like take that out too.
Bundle monthly, yeah. So yeah. So there we go. Boom. Already a lot cleaner. So
Yeah.
that's a much cleaner look, and it doesn't go down too far. And eventually we have to make sure all of our buttons line up. So we'll have to sort through that. But okay. So that one looks pretty good. All right. Second one, mastery, full access to all beginner and advanced courses. Designed for those ready to refine their skills and platform presence. Armature mastery. Okay, so this right. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Again, it's just all about trying to remove every
Yeah.
every unnecessary beginner and advanced courses. Yes. Beginner include okay. Articulation techniques, precision, power.
Do you want a colon at the end of it, or does that matter?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Articulate. Huh?
Articulation techniques. Oh, it's supposed to be articulation techniques, articulation precision, articulation power, I think, or precision and power. I don't know.
Yeah, I just say articulation techniques, and then
Yeah.
what I would do is
Yeah.
or precision and power. Okay, so I noticed that you're doing
Yeah. Capitals.
you're doing title caps, so I need to make sure that I'm doing title caps too.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, it
sometimes,
says tower now, not power.
right. So I would go through here. I won't do it
Yep.
now, but I would go. If you're going to do title case, make sure you do title case throughout. Or if you're going
Okay.
to do like title casing, I don't know. I think title casing. I don't know if I like title casing.
Okay.
Unless it is a title. So like these are standard like sentence capital.
Yeah.
So these okay are these must be the lessons.
Yep.
So these are title case. So that's good. And where's your articulation, tease, precision, and power. So this one might be this then. Articulation techniques, precision, and power.
Right. How did you do that? You just hit an extra tab?
Yeah, tab moves it forward, shift tab moves it backward.
Okay.
Okay, and then same thing here.
Option life coaching. Yeah.
So yeah, here to bring so they just paste that in, option to add live coaching. Okay, and we can take all that out. And then we can take this out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Oh yeah.
you can add enough carriage returns to put, they're still not lined up, but
Yeah, and I think it's because of the top for some reason.
yeah.
The
I'll have to-
pricing.
yeah, so
Oh, because it has. Oh, I don't know why. Everything in foundations plus maybe is throwing it off. That top line.
possibly.
We could do that as a bullet point, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah. So, okay, so plus, so advanced courses, advanced modules. Okay, let's actually do it in all caps, but okay.
And maybe we don't need plus actually.
Yeah.
Everything in foundations.
Yeah. Or maybe I could do everything in plus. Let's try. Let me do this, not do title. Or just do every. Okay, yeah, and then we take this out. No,
Do you like plus or not?
I do.
Okay.
How do I get rid of that carriage return? Okay, I need to put. Oh, here we go. That works. And actually, if I do that, it will. If I bold it. There we go. I like that. Okay, see if that puts us. It still is off somehow. I don't know why, but we can figure that out. Make sure that because it's sometimes it's the lining up of. It could be any number of things. Like for some reason, we'll sort through that. Not the most crucial thing if they're not.
Yeah, and it's barely off. It's not off by much.
Yeah. And then over here, we're basically taking this whole thing out, right?
Yeah, the only thing is that content right there where you're hovering over.
Yeah. You need that
One-
content.
Well, yeah, I think we should use, like, we might have to copy that content into a different, into the upsell.
Why don't you so that I would say the next thing there is go ahead and
Copy and paste it into a file so I have it for later.
yeah. So let me save what we have so far.
Okay.
I'll save what we have so far.
And then
We'll
we
do
can
that- yeah, 'cause
erase
what I'll
that
have to
column, right?
erase that column, and so and get this to be a two column layout, which is also going to make things lay out better because it's not having to squunch these bullets. It actually might help.
And it doesn't automatically move over to 2 if I erase it on this program, right? It's not like Canva.
Well, you have to go and it's
Pull in double.
mhm.
Okay.
So we'll have to figure that out, but that's not so bad. And then so now we have and this philosophy might again, so again, when it comes to coaching, do we want to offer an annual membership or do we want to just keep it to monthly? A lot of people would say, "Oh yeah, offer annual because then they're paying you up front
Yeah.
for the year," which is great.
I think simpler is better. So I mean,
I tend to think at least at this stage.
yeah,
So
and if we're not doing paying up, if we're not doing monthly, if we're doing it the way we're doing it, which
'cause
again, we
can
haven't talked.
so the thing is, we can always add an annual option. Like, hey,
Yeah.
add an annual option, but I would say right now just keep it simple. And so he has
We
to
get rid of
decide.
this completely.
Yeah, get rid of all that completely, and exactly.
Yeah.
So we could lose all of that. So the main price points that you guys need to discuss are how much is foundations.
Mm-hmm.
And so actually, let me see what you think of this. Basic, foundations, bundle, and save. So like this third column could be bundle and save. So in fact, what we could say is, because somebody might be coming back to this going, well, I've already bought foundations.
Yeah.
I want to buy the mastery, which is just like, these are just the advanced courses and these are the separate prices. But if you want to bundle and save, you get a 20% discount if you go ahead and buy mastery, like complete.
Yeah.
So you get foundations, mastery, complete.
Totally.
And
Can you type that in? Can you type that in on the top as opposed to add-on weekly lessons? Bundle and save. I like that.
Bundle and save. Beginner and advanced. So, or we could even do
wait a minute. Bundle and save.
Shofar. So we could do Shofar, actually complete. Bundle and save. So this is, you can get the complete Shofar mastery, which includes basic and what'd I do? Which includes basic and, we rebuild this, but then our third column is, so those are our three options. These are the separate courses individually. So this actually wouldn't include that.
So the bundle and wait a minute, the bundle and save is not both of them together.
It is.
So it has nothing to do with the live Zoom lessons then.
Exactly. It's just basically combining the first two options into a bundle to where people can save.
Right.
So where do I add a So why?
We'll have to talk to James about that on Friday.
Right. Okay. Icon. Why? Opacity, font weight.
Hey, Clay,
Oh,
we
says-
weren't using the term Zoom lessons. You were just saying weekly live lessons.
weekly Zoom. Yeah, weekly Zoom lessons. Weekly, weekly coaching call. Or, yeah.
I'll do coaching call. He didn't like Zoom.
I mean, you could put it in parentheses. Why didn't he like Zoom?
I don't know.
I mean, it would imply, I mean, people understand, oh, Zoom calls. Zoom. I mean, that's kind of like that's like a phone call these days. Zoom is like weekly,
Yeah.
So I don't know what his aversion to that would be. Because they're not going to be in person.
Because I created upsell videos for weekly live Zoom.
You could say online because maybe in the future we would use a tool besides Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe that's what he was thinking. I mean, it's very minor. We can make that decision in the moment.
Right.
That's where I'm glad you'll be. That's where I think he's glad you'll be there as well. We're both as we're doing those things. Every lesson ending, Clay was really hard with James. He'd do like 8 of them. See you later. See you in the next video. See you in the next lesson. See you in the next module. See you in the next module. See you in the next. See you later.
See you later. And it is one of the hardest things. That's why, yeah. That's why it's good. I call it bookending, where you decide beforehand, this is what I'm going to say, and I get into the habit of saying it. We'll see you in the next video. To where it's just not to where it's not a it's not a very awkward thing. See you in the next video. We'll see you so you go away and do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Like I just do if there's an action item at the end, but it is tough to get. Okay, I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to bold this. Bold that. What in the world? No. Bold. Not new. Bold. Did I do it? Huh. Bold. Bold. There we go.
I actually have a bloopers in Descript, a section for bloopers from James because they were, for me, I mean, I've been doing so much editing, but they were so memorable and they're hilarious. I'll show you. I mean, you can go look at them, but they're funny.
We should figure out that would be a fun thing to incorporate into a course. Like,
I know. I was seriously. I'll show them to you. On Friday. I might show James.
That's funny. And let's go ahead and make this all caps.
There's one where he's saying, and then he goes, yabba dabba doo. He's just messing up his words. There's one where he's like dancing.
Oh gosh, that's funny. All right, so let me hit save. Okay, perfect. All right. So these are now separate.
Yep.
And we can decide if we want to have 2 rows. We can have one row which is individual, like individual courses, and then bundle and save, and then it would be this option, or we can do it like, it depends on you. You guys think about what is less clear, because this might not be very clear. You
Right.
might want to just like, these are the individual courses, and you put at the top individual courses,
Yep.
and then you know, Shofar Mastery Complete. You know, this completes, you know, and then you just have one option there for that. And then and with each one, you have the option to add, you know, and we can even, if they bundle and save, hey, you'll get the first 90 days of coaching for free as a part of, you know, right? So that's a good deal. So, you know, always thinking about how to bundle and make that offer sweet. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
like, okay, if I may get the first three, you know, it's like, hey, are you serious about like, hey, like we can give you an option to, so that's where we are on this. So what that would do on these clickable, and if we go through here, we haven't gone through over here. I'm trying to think on, I think really here, I would want to see his face here, maybe.
Okay.
Even just a thumbnail of the video, like for instance, you know, I appreciate that you create, because that was I think that's the course graphic, isn't it? The sound the shofar, or is that what you created for that?
I don't remember.
So if I go to get access, you know, so like that video there, like, so it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
why my voice mentor, or like, you know, so like a picture of him and just a compelling, simple thing, right? And you know, so like, you know, so you want to learn to sound the shofar, like, or you know, or it's like, yeah, or whatever. But like, I would say to that would be, you know, maybe a little bit better, like, you know, that's good, but I would almost rather see a cutout of him looking at me like I'm about to hear from him.
Right.
You know? And sound the call, learn to play the shofar. Yeah, I think we can work on that. I mean, this is great. It works for now. And then, okay, the Potter's House, play like James. I maybe would put this further down in the funnel, but I wouldn't put it here.
Okay. The reason I had put it there was, first of all, this is his best. If you take a quick look at it, it's probably his best shofar playing. And I do have other ones farther down, but I thought actually hearing him right off the top would catch people's attention.
Hang on one second. Okay. I still think 2 videos at the top is too much.
Okay.
But I think putting it lower, because you're right, that is pretty compelling. Play like James, I like. But it's almost like I would just see that image. I don't even need text in that video, just that, and then a title above it saying want to play like James, ? Video, and then this. So I just say 2 videos at the top is a little too much.
Okay.
I would put it maybe before this, because then this goes into some, imagine what's possible. Like, you know, this is great. That's all great.
Good. I changed that so many times.
Yeah.
I'm glad at where I like where it is now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was something that James wanted changed as well. Hey, there's you.
Oh yeah. So we need to put these in columns so that they line up properly. Like,
Yeah.
These
And I wondered if actually we took out one of those, like one video, if we rearranged this somehow out of all of them, that it actually might line up better.
And I wouldn't do 2 columns of text in a funnel.
Okay.
I would, yeah, because that's hard. Because do I start here and then go up there? Yeah, 2 columns for me. I prefer, if I'm going to do columns, it's going to look more like this. But this is, you know, so I want to.
Or I wonder if again, those videos, if we did just all one long column on the left and then all the videos on the right.
Sure. Right. And that would be fine. but I would have them as a separate section. I'd say put all your videos in a section and title that section saying, you know, in other words, what's the point of these? And then put the point as a title, like, you know, about your instructor or whatever, something that kind of tells people. So then you got your things, we got the pricing things. Here's what's waiting for you. That if that all looks good, that looks good to me. I like, okay, I like the, oh, that's a shofar. Okay, good. Ready to get started. Join
Oh, that's a
today.
mic. That's a microphone, not a shofar.
Shofar. Okay, so we need to change that.
Yeah.
Um, you know, so this link should take them back up here.
Yep.
Everything that's joined today, everything that's like get started, join today should go back to that pricing table.
Okay.
And same thing with this, join today. Now I'll show you real quick because then I got to go. Join today. Let me get out of this back into here. And we should probably put an inclination here like, hey, get a free, there should be an ebook in this. Hey, get a free ebook, and so that we can at least get their email address, even if they don't join the program. That way, when we get 1,000 people in that, he has the ability to send. Okay, so join today. What do we want them to do? Right now it says open pop-up. I don't want it to open up a pop-up. I want it to, so these are the options.
We wanted to go down to pricing.
Yeah, so when it's on, when it's an existing scroll to element. Okay?
Yep.
Now, if we've titled our elements, so for instance,
Actually, hang on one sec. I'm gonna video this real quick with my phone.
well, I
So-
am recording this. If well, yeah, go ahead. So yeah, you can go. You can record it.
Okay, so again, you went scroll to element
I said that as the option for the link for the
for
button.
all the buttons. Yeah.
Now, but I need to make sure, and this is why every element, it's important to title it. So if I go to, basically, I want it to go to this right here. So I select that, select that. This is called, right now it just says section. So we're going to call this,
Pricing?
okay, course, courses, pricing table. So now that I've labeled that element, then when I go to this button up here and I select it,
Yeah.
select that button, and then go to the action of that button. If I go scroll to element, no element selected, I go to, see all these sections probably need to go and
Yeah.
update them because they're all MVM.
You haven't saved the last one, so I don't know if it's in there yet. So you might have to hit save and then it'll pop up.
Right. You might be right about that. I keep forgetting about that. So let's go here.
This program is so finicky that way.
Yeah, you got to save your stuff. And you got to make sure that you've got the right part selected. So right here, what is the thing that I'm wanting to get? That's actually empty space. So it's basically I want to get the whole, this whole thing, which is that. This is the whole section, which includes all
Yep.
of that. And I titled it, let's see, courses pricing table, but let's go ahead and where is this? Where is the save button? I don't see
On
it.
the top right, it's the
I thought you saved the
Bottom?
individual. All right, we'll just go ahead and hit save, and maybe that's, you're right. Maybe that's what we got to do. Okay, and then go to our first join now. And that's where going in and labeling each element, it helps at least know, because some of them are just generic labels.
right.
But element, and there's a lot of elements to sift through. That's why labeling them is so important. I think we're getting close to the pricing table.
I wonder if it's right at the bottom. You're literally halfway through right now.
There's just so much. Okay, we must have missed it. Oh, and you know what? It also goes. Well, actually, I saw it move to. Steal of a deal. I don't know where that is in the. Okay, you know what? When I highlight over it. Okay, that helps. I didn't realize it did that. That's handy. Okay, so we're getting. Okay, now we're getting close. Okay. It still says section. For some reason, it didn't update, but that's it. So now, because we selected section, which is what it was called before I saved it, we're going to save this and we're going to test that. But the fact that it takes it to you, takes it there on the left, that does actually help. So if we click here, it takes us to annual membership. But it went to annual membership, not this one.
Weird.
So it's not the right one. So that's how you, but that's at least how you do it. You just have to just highlight over it and it'll take it to it on the left. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And you just, and so all of your join nows will go to not this part, but this part, this one, which
right.
I think maybe that one was labeled properly, but they're all labeled generically. So each section, it's good to go in and just label it.
Yep.
So cool. All right. I got about a minute. Is there anything you want to wrap up on before we? But this is good. This is what we need to do. Because as you can see, we have to step through this stuff. It takes time. But if we do it together, like there's just things I wouldn't be able to make calls on without you. I wouldn't want to make changes. So if we just kind of angle our sites to get this done, and of course we have to like consult James as well.
Yeah.
But just really just put our attention on this. I think we can get this finished up.
Okay, that's great. And I'm assuming 10 a.m. on Friday. I'll send a text to James and and Beth and we'll double check.
Yep, sounds great.
Confirm that. So awesome.
That's good. All right, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got some good work done. That's
got
great.
some great work done. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
See you soon, my friend.
All right, see ya.